Welcome back to Open Window being the senator from Minnesota, Amy Klobuchar, on the Democratic side versus J.D. Vance, the current vice president of the United States, on the Republican side. So Amy Klobuchar, not the most likely candidate to win the Democratic Party's nomination, but thought it would be interesting to do a prediction. So we will go through each of the swing states for Amy Klobuchar versus J.D. Vance. I'm going to start out in the state of Nevada. I'm going to work my way up electorally. So we'll start with the smaller states. So right off the bat, we have the smallest district. We have the district there in Omaha, Nebraska. I do think that this would probably go up to the lean category if Klobuchar, because even Harris was able to win it in 2024. And Klobuchar is definitely perceived as more of a moderate. So, and that kind of Midwest appeal would help Vance has got some Midwest appeal too, but nonetheless, I think that one electoral college vote will be in the Democratic Party's column. I'm going to add a tilt characterization. As far as, I'm actually going to start with Arizona. I do think that J.D. Vance has a good shot at winning Arizona. I do think there are quite a few Republicans who might have voted for Biden if it was against Trump, but if the Republican nominee were somebody a little less polarizing than Trump, or that they would have gone with that, which in this case is the Republican J.D. Vance. So I do think that would be the layout in the state of Arizona. As far as Nevada goes, I think I'm going to go with the tilt blue rating. Klobuchar, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, definitely perceived as more of a moderate, has a good shot at winning over some key voting demographic groups. And then we have the Rust Belt and the Sun Belt. I'm actually going to I should have done Wisconsin first. In Wisconsin, I do think that Klobuchar, the near proximity there to Minnesota, kind of backyard appeal, would help, although it will still be close. I think it would still be a close election, but if I were to call Wisconsin between these two candidates, that is probably what I would do. And then we get to the state of, I'm actually going to go now, 15, so go to Michigan. Michigan I'm going to put in the Democratic Party's column as well. Klobuchar would probably, generally, the three Rust Belt states vote together, so for now I'm going to go with that. And then that leaves us with the states of Georgia, North Carolina, and Pennsylvania. I'm going to start with Georgia. I do think that in Georgia, I probably feel the most apprehensive about calling. I really think it could go either way. Klobuchar has a good shot, has some appeal in the Rust Belt area for sure, along with J.D. Vance. And Georgia, the Democrats have performed quite well in the 2025 elections that took place there. So Democrats know it's possible to do well in the state. It also didn't swing quite as hard to the right as many of the other swing states and other states, as what happened in 2024 with the Trump victory. So I do think that I'm going to put Georgia in the tilt blue rating. If I can select it, there we go. So with that brings Klobuchar to 273 to 230. I do think that the news will probably get better for J.D. Vance. We have these two remaining swing states. I feel the most confident in calling North Carolina. North Carolina would most likely end up in the Republican column if the election were to be held today between these two candidates. And that leaves us with Pennsylvania. Generally, the Rust Belt votes together. I do think of these states that Pennsylvania probably has the best shot at becoming a Republican state compared to Wisconsin and Michigan. Ultimately, it doesn't matter. It's still a victory for Klobuchar, but for now, I'm going to put it in the tilt blue or the tilt red rating. So we see a bit of a separation of voting preferences between the Rust Belt states, which isn't super likely. But like I mentioned, even if the state, it would just be expanding the margin if it went to Klobuchar, since she already secured the 270, in this case 273, electoral college votes. Feel free to let me know if you have any other candidates you'd like me to do a prediction about, or feel free to agree or disagree with me in the comments about this prediction. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.